So today's video is a little bit different than most YouTube videos you've probably watched. We're looking at the squad of the guy that I just faced in my Team Unlimited that asked me to quit the game so he could get a W. So I said, yeah, sure. Do you mind sending me your lineup? I'd like to make a video. Maybe I can help you. So he sent me this picture of his lineup. He had a couple of cards in there, we'll get to that in just a second, that we've already had him put up on the auction house. But this is his current team, and we're going to go and look at some gameplay footage and try to help my buddy Coolhand Bruh, who was a nice kid, and he needs some help getting better at my team, improving his team. I believe he's no money spent, even though it says there's VC up there, but as you'll see popping up here on the screen, there were two cards that I suggest that he sell right away. And the first was the Diamond Jerry West card from the Kareem Spotlight and the Legacy Nate Thurmond. The Jerry West was going for like 12 or 13K. The Nate Thurmond was like 65K. We're going to look at this gameplay footage, and then he's going to have about probably 115 to 125K, somewhere in there. Did 100K empty squad builder, because there are a few pieces on this squad that, one, he would like to keep, and two, I think you're not going to get much of an upgrade at any price, but for that matter, but you're not going to get much of an upgrade for 100K MT. So let's take a look at the gameplay footage here, and he starts off, he's in the lead. He's got Karl Malone here on Richard Jefferson. He really likes Karl Malone in his release, and he made a couple shots with him, so he's going to keep him in there. I noticed he was played a lot with his bigs down low, and so, yeah, you'll see here in a minute, he's going to start going to them consistently. He was up on me at the beginning of the game, but, like, you know, that's the thing about playing a budget squad versus really not a budget squad. I mean, I didn't have all my best cards in there. It's Amigos, but yeah, not a budget squad for sure. In the beginning of the game, the cards are going to play similar, and then the consistencies kick in. The durability of the card kicks in. I don't even know where that stat is located at this year, but those things kick in. And yeah, it's just like one of my buddies told me. He's like, man, I just carry that Dr. J on my bench, and you know, just put him in the fourth quarter and just wax everybody's ass because you can't keep up with the opals. You know, in the fourth quarter, everybody's tired. And that's pretty much what happens here. It's not that their stamina is that much less. It's just all the little hidden stats that, you know, the cards have on them in my team that we don't know about. Tendencies, stats, all those things that affect the longevity of how well a card plays during the game. You can see here, starting to take a lead here, 16-9. Dr. J is starting to take over out here, and Dr. J has Tobias Harris, Amethyst on him, and you know, this, I'm not sure, I didn't get to talk to this kid too long today. He was, you know, really excited and eager to get some new cards, and well, I hope he ends up watching this video. He did send me his lineup, so I'm assuming he will. He kind of got a little bit discouraged about the matchup, and he hadn't even asked me to quit yet, but it will all happen soon enough. But, you know, it's 21-9 here, and right off the bat, like, I can see, like, he has this Paul Pierce with this Rondo deal to get the upgrade, and while that's great, it doesn't really give Paul Pierce that much of an upgrade, and the Rondo is not worth using at all. His clamps don't really work. They are non-existent, even though it says he has Hall of Fame clamps. I don't think he actually does. And then this Nate Thurmond is super expensive. You saw we were going to sell him at the beginning of the video. But 65K for a card that is not protecting the rim against the 6'3 Stephon Marbury, which is tough, but this is a pink diamond. You know, if you're going to use a guy like Nate Thurmond, you know, he has to be able to shut that down. And if you're going to go to him in the post, he's got to be able to post up every single card. And one thing that, you know, he was having a problem with was Porzingis. I can just jump at everything with Porzingis and Jokic and still get a contest. Same thing with Bird. And he was unable to score in there. He did go 5 for 5 from the free throw line with the dude. But, you know, totally a card that you could do that for 5K MT with out there. And so that's what I'm going to do today, is ask him if I could help him build his lineup up. And, you know, I figure he's probably going to have 125K MT or so once he sells, you know, the lineup that he has now. in order to pick up the new lineup, but I just spent 100K MT squad builder because, you know, maybe he doesn't have to spend all of his MT. Save it because new cards come out every day, except, you know, right now, there's not any cards coming out, but for, you know, a reason, we lost Kobe Bryant, and, you know, real tough for me, the Kobe thing. I don't want to, we don't want to talk about it right now. I will do a video at some point, but I'm just going to keep moving forward right now. I'm not going to get in that. I'll be emotional and all, but he has his Patrick Beverley. He just picked him up. He likes him. I went to college with Patrick Beverley. Pretty cool. He is a lockdown defender. He only has one finishing badge. He can't dunk, but he's pretty good shooting. It's the best Patrick Beverley card we've ever gotten, and he's such a lockdown. The next card I'm going to suggest that he gets, is this is going to be, probably everyone's going to be like, huh, what? Is this Diamond Andre Karolinko? And, you know, the big guys, the big YouTubers that, you know, only play with the God Squads and stuff, and no offense to them, this is not against them, but everyone that is saying Andre Karolinko is ass this year, he's not worth it, is comparing him to the past 2 years, 2K18, 2K19, Andre Karolinkos that were goated. Alright, so we're going to look at this Eddie Johnson. And I sniped 2 of these today. I think I was 17, under 20K. Sold them both for like 22, 23K. Not really much to snipe, but made a couple MT profit. This Eddie Johnson on paper looks amazing, but the silver steady shooter badge. So let's get back to talking about Hall of Fame Hot Zone Hunter and how it is the best badge in NBA 2K20 right now. I've seen it. I mean, guys, I just played through all these spotlights. I've been playing Domination. I've been playing Unlimited like crazy. And the badge that is activating the most that I've seen is the Gold Hot Zone Hunter. Catch and Shooter is activating a lot. Difficult Shots is activating a lot. Volume Shooter, Range Extender, obviously, and Deadeye. And then you see Steady Shooter activating too on contested shots that people are hitting, unfortunately. But yeah, Eddie Johnson has Silver Steady Shooter. And bro, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. I mean, you know, I could hit some shots, you know, but like, dude, as soon as you full bar that shit, it is not going in the basket, or at least for me anyway. So I'm gonna have to say, do not get this card. But next up, Marcus Smart. You saw Karolinko here. I mean, great back, dude. This Marcus Smart is basically a 20 to 25K MT. I can't even think of his damn name. Walt Frazier. You know, the Walt Frazier is a great card, but this card is equally as impressive on defense to me. And you have Pat Beverley. I can tell you, like, you know, those point guards that got clamps. Marcus Smart is that. He can dunk and shoot a little bit better. And will, you know, either make a good shooting guard for you to have a complete lockdown in your starting lineup, or, you know, obviously be a great bench point guard. This next guy, Iman Shumpert, he is Paul George at 6'5". You know, if Paul George was 6'5", this would be him. He has similar, he's got his base. I'm not sure if it's his upper, or maybe his upper, not his base. Anyway, it looks and feels a lot like Paul George. Once you get him upgraded to Diamond, he's going to get a boost to his 3-ball to 87. But right now I have him here at Amethyst. He's 10 KMT at Amethyst. I just picked that up. I wouldn't waste my time, you know, scoring 200 or 300 points to get him there, or 300 or 400 points and doing 100, 150 assists. And I think you gotta make like 23. So, yeah, I wouldn't even waste my time doing that. I just get him at Amethyst for 10K. Because, dude, that's that's 3 hours of Evo, and basically maybe 4. And you don't want to spend your time on the game doing that, so make it as least as possible, 10K MT. I also got this Paul Pierce, and he's one of the first cards that dropped this year, one of the first Amethyst. He's in the second set, the KG set. You have this card, so I would hang on to it. I would use it. He has Hall of Fame Clutch and Shooter and Hot Zone Hunter, 2 of the best shooting badges in the game. And bro, I mean, fourth quarter, bro, you got to get there, but he's not going to miss once you do. And you get his release down. Great card, but I would suggest getting rid of the Rajon Rondo. Next up, we have the Amethyst Kelly Oubre. He's like 13 or 14 KMT. One of the best dunkers in the game. Best animations, goes to the rim hard. Plays defense like he has clamps. And is just, I mean, he has off-ball pest on bronze, which it must be like Hall of Fame. I really don't know. But if you off-ball with this card, my son does it. He's a beast. And one of the best dunkers in the game. I mentioned that. 94 on the 3-ball with range extender. Next up, we have the power forward Kenyon Martin. And right now, this card was 20K MT in the auction house. But most days you can get him between probably 12 to 16K, I would say. But right now, you're going to have to pay a little bit more premium to pick up this card because, well, you know, the 2K until just now, they just dropped Moments cards, which, ooh, that's a tough batch of Moments cards, man. Yeah, they just dropped Moments cards, 2K did, and we got, you know, some cards, but none of those are going to be worth it, really. I mean, the Buddy Hield at 30K MT might actually be worth it. I'm actually trying it out right now with the Donovan Mitchell from last week. It was 30K MT because, you know, why the hell not? They're very similar cards. They're both shooting guards. One can play point guard, one can play small forward. One can dunk, one can't. But anyway, yeah, this Michael Carter Williams, go pick it up. It's about 2,500 MT in the auction house. Maybe even less for the, it's a like sapphire that goes to ruby. But like, look at the badges, bro. Like 27 badges for 2,000 MT is a hell of a steal. And like all these cards that I am talking about here today, they are, well, they're basically cards that all, you know, they can do a lot of things well. One thing I wanted to mention about this Michael Carter Williams is obviously, you know, he's got 93 ball, but 90 perimeter defense, and he doesn't have clamps, but he has 90 perimeter defense. He's got 84 steal, 70 shot block, 85 shot contest with 89 lateral quickness. Bro, this is the Penny Hardaway we've been looking for in the Opal market. This is it. Yeah, you can see some of the other cards that I have picked out here for you today. Obviously, when we get to the Landry Fields, you're going to actually have to evo it up. But Andre Bargnani, another 5 to 7K MT center. He's got 7 finishing badges, 14 shooting badges, which includes range extender, which is so clutch on your center. He's 7 foot. He's got hot zone hunter. One of my favorite badges. He's got quick draw, break starter, and post spin technician. And break starter basically means when you get the rebound, you can throw the ball all the way down the court. If you don't have it, you're going to throw the ball away. Paul Pierce, obviously we talked about him. Hall of Fame, hot zone hunter, and clutch shooter on him. He also has range extender. He does have gold steady shooter, but what, you know, my research has told me and all the shit that I've been trying out is that basically Hall of Fame hot zone hunter will negate the gold steady shooter badge, which is nice for sure. Yeah, he's got clamps on bronze, which all you need is the badge this year. Like, you know, all the badges do something different on each level. So, take steady shooter on silver on Eddie Johnson. Oh man, like he probably hits a lot of contested. If you like taking contested shots, you might want to get that card. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. You know, if you don't, I wouldn't suggest it. Anyway, Kelly Oubre, like I said, range extender, pump fake. That pump fake badge is kind of cool. He does a lot of little movements and stuff in his shot, like to keep from shooting. He can explode out of it pretty good too. So I kind of like the Kelly Oubre. Kenyon Martin, I mean, what else can I say, dude? One of the most watched videos on my channels is this Evo Kenyon Martin video. Go check it out. So many people commented on the first and second video saying he is a freaking beast at diamond. So I went and got the diamond. And then everyone is saying he is such a beast at pink diamond. And for 15K, you can't miss out there. Comes with quick first step and downhill on a power forward center, which is, that's pretty rare for those positions or players in those positions to get the badges. Lastly, you're going to go get this Jeremy Lin and evo him up. He comes from the last Spotlight Challenges, but you don't need any cards to go do it. It's on rookie. You just, I mean, I don't know, you know, how new you are to my team, to the mode. If you've done any of these Spotlight Challenges or evoed these up, but I haven't evoed one up since Kevin Garnett. You know, obviously, I feel like Iguodala, Howard, Kareem, if I had the time, those would be cards that I would love to have at pink diamond. But this Jeremy Lin, I've got him at diamond right now. You can see the badges that he has at diamond. I am almost to past the diamond, and I don't know if there might be a second level diamond, and I don't know what that one is yet. But to get him to this point, he becomes a really great card. 46 total badges, and you know, he has clamps at this point. He has range extender. He can dunk. He gets like an 80 driving dunk at this point. So yeah, you're gonna do that. And lastly here, and I didn't have this card in there, And this is him evoed up as Joe Smith, one of the best guys at stopping Pink Diamond Giannis when he's trying to hop through the rim. He's got like the wide shoulder, like LeBron build, like Jerome Kersey, if you ever played with him. And then like the skinny legs, so he's like way faster than his speed reads, even with the ball. Amazing dunker, one of the best offensive and defensive post players at the 3/4. He is the best, like ratings wise. And the only reason he doesn't have clamps because he came out earlier in the year. But yeah, seriously, 5K MT. Yeah, I mean, dude, he was that good at Amethyst, and he just gets Hall of Fame badges and gets that much better at Diamond. Next up is this Dante Exum. It's just a possibility if you want to save some MT. You don't want to get Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverley. You want to sell one of those. You get this Exum for 3 or 4K MT most days. He has 42 gold badges. He doesn't have range extender, but he has clamps. He has quick first step, a lot of stuff. He can't dunk though. Another card, Marcus Morris Sr. He has clamps. He has range extender. He can play the 4 and the 3. He's got Hudson Hunter, Green Machine, slippery off ball. One of the better Amethyst power forwards in the game. I mean, like, look at this man. He's probably better than Pink Diamond Dirk. Like, he's faster. He dribbles just as good. He's better on defense, and he can shoot. Well, he has a better release than Dirk. So I would say he probably, that Pink Diamond Dirk's makes a lot of shots, but yeah, I'm just not a fan. I don't know what it is. Maybe he has steady shooter. I don't know. I can't hit with Dirk this year. It's just not on for me. But yeah, I mean, those are some other cards you could consider picking up. I didn't really go into the Karolinko. I was talking about something else during that. But Karolinko has, Diamond Karolinko has Hall of Fame Dimer and Gold Lob City Passer, which is OP on your power forward. Trust me. He also has all the defensive badges on Hall of Fame, clamps, Intimidator, post move, lockdown, all that good stuff. Pick Dodger, I believe. And the only reason people are hating on this card is because he's not the Diamond Karolinko from last year. He doesn't have 90 speed with ball, and acceleration. And he can't dunk as well. He could get dunked from behind, too, if you got somebody that's good at chase downs. But, man, one other thing I want to mention is you need a playbook. I use the Nuggets playbook. I also use Mavericks and Heat 13. You can check those out. Lakers. Nuggets playbook's like 600 MT. If you need some tips on some plays that I run, I have a playbook tutorial. It's in one of the earlier videos. And lastly, I want to show you that Ruby Steve Clifford, cheap Ruby coach that does. I use Doc Rivers, and he does the same stuff. He's just +3, +4. I would pick that up if you don't. I mean, I don't know what coach you have if you don't already have a better coach. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you are in a similar situation, you're just starting out my team, and you would like for me to help you improve your team or play against me and get some tips, then hit me up in the comments below. Shout out to Cole Hambra for letting me review his team. Scars and Cruz, we out. Peace.